Under the glow of arena lights and amid a pulsating roar of the crowd, two figures emerged to settle a score that had captured the imagination of fans around the world. In one corner, Logan Paul, the internet sensation turned boxer, exuded raw charisma and a relentless hunger to prove his mettle in the ring. In the opposite corner stood Yassine Cheuko, known widely as Messi's bodyguard, whose imposing presence and steely determination promised a battle that would test the very limits of both fighters. As the tension in the air thickened with every passing second, nobody could predict how the night would unfold. Logan Paul had carved out a niche in the world of celebrity boxing, using his boxing experience and aggressive style to overcome many challenges. His strengths were undeniable: explosive power, unyielding confidence, and a relentless training regimen that had honed his stamina and precision. Every punch he threw was backed by months of preparation, a testament to his discipline and belief in his own strength. His footwork was both daring and calculated, allowing him to close distances quickly and keep his opponents constantly on the back foot. Yet, his journey into the boxing world was not without its weaknesses. Logan's transition from social media fame to a bona fide fighter came with bouts of overconfidence and occasional lapses in technical finesse. There were moments when his exuberance betrayed a lack of patience, sometimes causing him to rush into exchanges that could have been better calculated. In contrast, Yassine Cheuko brought an entirely different kind of energy to the ring. As Messi's bodyguard, he was no stranger to high-pressure situations and the need to stay one step ahead of danger. His strength lay in a blend of physical prowess and strategic insight, cultivated over years of training and real-life experience in protecting one of football's greatest icons. Cheuko's agility and speed were perhaps his most surprising attributes that allowed him to evade heavy strikes and counter with a series of swift, precise blows. Unlike Logan, whose fighting style was sometimes driven by bravado, Cheuko operated with a tactical mindset. He was patient, calculating each move with the care of someone who had learned that every decision could mean the difference between success and failure. However, this very approach also presented a potential vulnerability. His methodical pace sometimes left him open to relentless pressure if an opponent managed to disrupt his rhythm. As the bell rang, the fight began like a chess match between two very different players. Logan Paul came out swinging with an aggressive flurry of punches, eager to unsettle his opponent. The crowd was electrified by his energetic assault, each of his strikes resonating like a statement of intent. But as the rounds progressed, it became evident that Cheuko was not merely reacting. He was outsmarting his adversary. With every dodged punch and calculated counter, Cheuko's strategy unfolded like a masterclass in tactical boxing. His movement was fluid and his defense almost impenetrable, as he absorbed Logan's barrage while patiently waiting for his own opportunity to strike. In the middle rounds, the difference in their approaches became even more apparent. Logan, buoyed by the cheers of the crowd, relied heavily on his raw power and aggressive offense. His punches, though forceful, began to show signs of fatigue and overextension. The momentum started to shift as Cheuko exploited the openings created by Logan's overzealous advances. With the precision of a seasoned protector, Cheuko weaved through the chaos, landing counter blows that were as much about mental warfare as they were about physical impact. His calm, measured responses contrasted starkly with Logan's fiery and somewhat erratic style. Each of Cheuko's counters was a reminder that strength is not just about raw power. It's also about discipline, strategy, and the ability to adapt under pressure. In the later rounds, the turning point became unavoidable. Cheuko's well-timed and perfectly executed combinations began to dismantle Logan's defenses. It wasn't a matter of sheer brutality, but rather of surgical precision. Cheuko's blend of agility and tactical acumen allowed him to dictate the pace of the fight, gradually wearing down his opponent while never compromising his own defense. Logan's occasional bursts of aggression, once his greatest asset, now appeared to be overreaching attempts at reclaiming the initiative. The calculated superiority of Cheuko's defense coupled with his effective counterattacks eventually tipped the scales in his favor. By the time the final round approached, the evidence of Cheuko's dominance was undeniable. His strategy had not only neutralized Logan's strengths, but had also capitalized on his weaknesses. The fight had evolved into a battle of wills and wit, a dynamic interplay between raw aggression and disciplined technique. When the final bell rang, the decision was clear. Yassine Cheuko emerged victorious, his triumph rooted in a profound understanding of the art of combat. He had outmaneuvered Logan Paul not through overwhelming power alone, but by blending technique, strategic intelligence, and a measured pace that left his opponent scrambling in his wake. In retrospect, this showdown was not just a spectacle of physical prowess, it was a narrative of contrasting philosophies. Logan Paul's relentless drive and charismatic aggression met its match in Yassine Cheuko's cool-headed precision and tactical brilliance. The victory, though hard-fought, ultimately belonged to Cheuko, whose approach underscored that in the ring, intelligence and discipline often outweigh sheer force. The night will be remembered not merely for the fight itself, but for the story of two warriors who, in their own unique ways, left an indelible mark on the world of combat sports.